French onion soup. Just the name itself feels like comfort. A dish so simple at its heart: onions, broth, bread, and cheese. Yet it carries centuries of history and culture in every spoonful. This isn't just food. It's Paris at midnight in a cozy bistro, the clink of glasses, the hum of conversation, and a steaming bowl placed before you. Today we're recreating that experience at home, so let's slow down, take our time, and make French onion soup for 4. Now let us talk about what we will need. To serve 4 people, gather 6 large yellow onions, 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You will also need 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 3 cloves of garlic that you will chop finely. Prepare 2 tablespoons of plain flour and 250 milliliters of additional beef stock with a squeeze of fresh lemon juice to give the soup balance and acidity. Along with that, measure out 1.5 liters of beef stock, or a mixture of beef and chicken stock if you prefer something lighter. For flavour, add 2 bay leaves, a few sprigs of thyme, and freshly ground black pepper. Finally, for the topping, you will need 1 baguette, sliced and toasted, and around 200 grams of grated Gruyère cheese. If you want a nuttier flavour, Comte cheese is also an excellent choice. The heart of this dish is the onions. Caramelizing them is what transforms sharp raw onion into something sweet, nutty, and rich. Take a large heavy pot and place it on medium heat. Add the butter and the olive oil. When the butter melts and the oil begins to shimmer, add the sliced onions. At first it will look like far too many onions. Do not worry. They will shrink and soften as they cook. Sprinkle over the salt and the sugar. The salt draws out moisture, while the sugar helps with caramelization. Now comes the most important part: patience. Caramelizing onions properly takes 35 to 40 minutes. Stir them occasionally, but let them sit long enough to brown on the edges before you stir again. If they stick too much, splash in a spoonful of water and scrape the bottom. Those brown bits are full of flavour. By the end, the onions should be soft, golden brown, and almost jam-like in texture. This slow process is what gives the soup its depth. Rush it and you lose the magic. Once the onions are perfectly caramelized, add the garlic and cook for just 1 minute to release its aroma. Then sprinkle in the flour and stir until the onions are fully coated. This will help thicken the soup slightly. Now pour in 250 milliliters of additional beef stock mixed with a little fresh lemon juice. As the liquid bubbles, scrape the bottom of the pan to release all of those caramelized flavors. Next, add the remaining stock, the bay leaves, and the thyme. Bring it up to a gentle simmer. Leave it uncovered for about 30 minutes so the flavors can come together and deepen. Taste the soup and adjust with salt and pepper as needed. This is your chance to balance the flavors exactly the way you like them. While the soup simmers, it is time to prepare the topping. Slice the baguette into rounds and toast them until crisp. This step is important. If you skip it, the bread will turn soggy once it goes into the soup. Now grate the cheese. Gruyère is the classic choice, and it gives you that nutty flavour and beautiful melt that French onion soup is famous for. But if you prefer, Comte or Emmental will also work well. Do not be shy with the cheese. French onion soup should be generous, indulgent, and comforting. Now comes the dramatic part. Ladle the hot soup into oven-proof bowls. Place a slice or 2 of toasted baguette on top of each serving. Then cover the bread with a generous handful of grated cheese, making sure it spills over the edges. Place the bowls under a hot grill or into an oven set to broil. Watch carefully. Within just a few minutes, the cheese will melt, bubble, and turn golden brown. Carefully remove the bowls, remembering that they will be extremely hot. Place each one on a plate and bring them straight to the table. Traditionally, French onion soup is eaten piping hot. You break through the melted cheese, scoop up some of the soaked bread, and then taste the sweet onion broth beneath. It is messy, it is rich, and it is unforgettable. In Paris, this soup has always been for everyone. From humble workers in the market halls to fine restaurants, French onion soup has a place on every table. And that is French onion soup for 4, a dish that asks only for time and patience, but rewards you with something so much greater than the sum of its parts. Try it once, and you will understand why it has lasted through centuries. If you enjoyed this recipe, make sure to subscribe for more culinary journeys. And the next time you find yourself with a bag of onions, you will know exactly what to do.